All right, so today we're gonna play with lip reading. So my daughter likes to do this one sometimes, and I'm gonna be honest, it doesn't always feel like play to me. I mean, it is play. It's very playful. I can see that she is coming from a playful place in her spirit when she wants to do this. But what I want you to do is try lip reading with, you could do this one by yourself. You could totally turn off the sound on a TV show or something and lip read. See if you can tell what they're doing. I mean, you can get funny and do the, jokey lip read stuff. There's, all that goes on YouTube. I've seen some funny ones where they incorrectly lip read something that does seem fairly plausible in a funnier sense. So like that's if you want to go the extra mile, okay? But if we're doing basics, just try to lip read a little bit. Absolutely even better with a person that's in your life, a partner, friend, kid, family member, whatever, sibling, because they're in your life, and because there's this added element of kind of reading each other and how well you know each other, and this sort of unspoken communication. I mean, you're clearly trying to communicate, and you can notice, I don't know, just, do I notice this person's nuances? Do I notice them a lot? How well can I read them? How does that play into our communication? So yes, even better. And it should be fun. So this one, I picked one that was sort of like sometimes not playful for me because of a couple of things. One, it starts to feel bogged down in like getting it right. Like feel it out. Is it super playful for you? If so, congratulations, you're doing better than me. And just everybody's strengths and weaknesses. This might just be my weak point, but if it isn't feeling playful, or when it starts to feel unplayful, is it because you're too busy trying to get it right? Like, oh, I can't tell what you're saying, or I need to get it right, or was that not what you said? That wasn't what you said? Like it's not matching up perfectly? So there's that like frustration, that emphasis on right. See what you can do to let it go. I mean, getting it right does make the communication complete, doesn't it? So it is kind of the point, if you're trying to communicate something to someone, that they would actually get it right as you are actually trying to say it. So I'm not taking away from that, but I am saying, how do we take a situation like this that can be playful, but that can also easily not be, or feel like it's not, and get out of it? What things can we come up with? What skills can we develop to like shift it? So, okay, I'm too busy trying to get it right. Well, then flip it and try to get it wrong on purpose, and say the bad lip reading stuff, that's like goofy, and laugh at that. Or the other thing that it can feel like to me is work. It can feel like work. Like, oh, I don't want to do work. I want to play, but it's like so hard, and I'm really trying to read what you're saying, and read your lips to tell what you're saying. And so notice, like, when does it feel like work? What things contribute to making it feel like work? When did it shift? Did it feel like work when you first started? Did it shift and start feeling like work later? At a certain point, because what, you had already guessed 2 or 3 times, and it was like, that's my max. Like now it's starting to feel like work. And what can you do to shift that? Understanding when something feels like work and when it feels like play. And actually, I mean, I could get into this debate about, I actually do get into this debate with my daughter a lot, how work and play shouldn't be so polarized, because really we're doing like a disservice to both of them. Like they are so related and partners to each other, and it's sort of painful that we think of work as like not play or the opposite of play. They can be merged. They can, and they actually do better together, hand in hand. They, in a lot of ways, it balances them both. So I'm not trying to contribute to that polarization of these two things, but noticing, I mean, they do have a tendency to naturally kind of get polarized sometimes, So anyway, notice when it starts to feel worky and what you might do to shift it. What you can do, especially in a situation like this where it's just like, we're doing this for playfulness exercises. So who cares? It doesn't actually matter that much, and don't take it too seriously. You know, if you're like talking with your partner and it's like, God, you can't lip read at all. You don't even, you know, no wonder you can't understand me. We're like horrible communicators, blah, blah, blah. Like, don't make it into too big of a deal. Don't let it have too much weight. But use it for what it can be worth, and play. It's just play. Say something funny. Be on the creative end when you're the one that's like trying to convey something without sound. Let it be something funny and worth the other person's effort. Whatever. So, and the main thing is noticing what you can do in a play situation that doesn't have any heavy weight or bearing in the overall scheme of things. What kind of things can you do to move something out of work and into play? Out of, I care too much about getting it right, and into, I can let it go and enjoy this a little and get my head in a different place so that I can get it more correct, so that I can free myself up to have more possibilities of actually understanding what this person is trying to tell me with no sound. All right, see how it goes.